because I'm pretty sure we don't just want a close-up of my face. That's not ideal. So where do we want to be? Somewhere there-ish? Maybe somewhere there. Let me mute the laptop. Hello to anyone that's in. And if you're not in, hello to anyone that's clicked on this video after the live. Thank you for clicking. I'm just, now I'm live, sorting the laptop so I can see what's happening with the live. I should now maybe be able to see the chat. There we go. Oh, Matt Hurst. Afternoon. Good afternoon, mate. How are you doing? I hope you are well. I'm just getting set up. What are you up to this afternoon? I am here. I'm just adjusting, getting sorted. Gonna have a bit of a clean, get the truck up, and just sort out a centre diff. But I thought I should put you lot on and let people join in if they wish. Why not? You're doing dandy, mate. Not doing much, just finished work. Nice. That's always a good place to be, just finishing work. Finishing work is good. I was at home now, cup of tea, sort some grub out. I'm just having a bit of a tidy up. And then yeah, I'll get the Hebeo up because I've been out with the Hebeo this afternoon. Not filming or anything, just for a play. And it was quite nice to get out and go and blast the truck around. Ended up with some local was out with his dog and his kid, and he wanted me to tire his dog out, so that's always entertaining when, you know, people are willing to let their dogs chase things. Have you seen my police car body on the 30 degree north truck? I don't think I have. On the 30 degree north? Don't know. Is it something recent that you've done? If it's recent, then no. A while ago I did see somebody put some sort of services body on a big two-stroker, but I don't think it was a police car one. I bet that's pretty cool. Have you gone all out with it? Have you got lights on it, or just the body? Let's get rid of some of this dirt and then we'll get a truck up. Clean the bench first before putting a dirty truck on it and then making more dirt. Right, so there we go. Let's grab the truck. Grab the truck. Where is it? Here it is. The good old trusty Hebeo. It was just a 12 volt ride-on Range Rover, and now it's a 1/5 30 degree north. Yes, working lights, mate. That is ace. That is ace. I have seen a video where somebody does something similar, but I don't think it was yours. I'll have to check that out. Is it pictures on Facebook, or have you got a video on your channel? I'll have a look. That's ace. I like that sort of thing. I'm looking for some sort of fun body for the X-Max, whether it be a Jeep or the cozy coupe thing that a lot of people do, or a quad bike. I mean, ideally what I would like is a tow meter body for the X-Max, but I've no idea where I can find one of them. I need to find like a kids ride on tomato toy. And I'll turn my X-Max into tomato just for a giggle. I think that would be a bit of fun. A bit of fun. Right, let's get some tools out. I'm going to need that. Let's hope this is going to be a relatively easy task, because a lot of the time when I've put live streams on and I'm like, oh yeah, it's a simple job, I'm just going to whip a diff out and, you know, check this or that, I end up having to get the grinder out and cut screws or something complicated. So let's hope, fingers crossed, that this one is going to go okay. Do I need to take the wheels off? Maybe, maybe not. It's not too bad as it's sat there with its wheels on. It's not like the X-Max that fills the bench. Right. Yeah, tomato would be awesome. It would, mate. I definitely want to look at it. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to bash too hard with the tomato body on, unless basher bodies are going to make something, but I don't think they are. Because we all know what happened when I bashed a bit too hard with Woody on there. If you've not seen that video, you should definitely check that out. I strapped Woody to the X-Max and it didn't go great. He done alright, but he did have a bit of a rough time. Bless him. My wife called me Sid from Toy Story because I destroyed Woody. Woody liked it. Look, he's smiling, he had a great time. Right, we'll move this. This will eventually all get cleaned, probably in this live stream. I've literally just been out with this. I suppose I should put this on a storage charge or something. We'll get around to that, but yeah, it does need a bit of a clean now. It was spotless, this was, and now it's 50. Now it's filthy. Mate, that's funny. I need a Miss Piggy doll to ride in the police Range Rover. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh, that would be funny. That really would be funny. I'd like to see that. Yeah, did I miss? Is it on? Is it on a Facebook group or is it on your YouTube channel? Because I will have a look at that. That does sound like the crazy sort of build idea that I like to watch and have a look at. I like things a bit different. It's unique. Got half the pump track here. But I did notice, whilst out ripping at the pump track, that the centre diff in this has gone loose, as we can see, but yeah, I'm not getting, there's like no resistance between the front and the back, so I think it's definite centre diff out. And if I'm honest, right, I can't remember ever doing it. I can't remember ever taking this centre diff out. So I'm not 100% sure what's in there. If anything's in there, there might be nothing in there. Let's clear the dirt out of them. Oh no. Fell in a drawer. Don't lose them, I need them. Yeah, or exactly how to get to it. I think I'm going to have to take top and bottom. Yeah, I think the whole unit has to come out of this. From memory, I remember putting it together when it was a new roller. In fact, and then I remember changing it from, it wasn't just a new roller. This started life as the cage truggy. And I converted it to this SSTE. Let's clear that out. Because it's the same length as the cage. They're no different in length, but the SSTE does have all of its centre diff and everything else up front. Wow, they're tight. Right, let's hope it doesn't strip. Don't strip, don't strip. Don't strip. Arse. I think it's stripped. I think I've just found you on Facebook and sent you a request, mate. Quite possibly. I'll accept it in a bit. I film on my phone, so I can't really go on my phone at the minute. But yeah, I'm on Facebook. If, oh God, these are stripping out. I am on Facebook, yeah, and if you wanted to definitely find me easier, I've left a link in the description to this live to our Facebook group, where we all arrange our meets and things like that. So if you want to add yourself to the group, you'll find me in there. I'm an admin on that group. Martin Prince, hello my man. Hello everyone, I do hope this day finds you safe and well. Bloody freezing outside, I absolutely agree. I've been out today, Martin, with the SSTE, not to film anything, just to go and have a play. Sometimes it's just nice to go out and play. And yeah, it was really cold outside. I looked out the window and thought, oh, it looks all right. You know, it's quite sunny and nice. And then I got out there and realised it was freezing. But whilst also out playing, I did realise that the centre diff in this feels very loose. I'm getting a lot of front wheel slip, which I don't know if you can see. This wheel's like bowled because it was just wheel spin in the front. Loads. But yeah, my fears have came true with these screws, because I've just tried undoing, I think 2, maybe 3 screws on the bottom of this to release the centre diff, and they've just stripped on me. So I have a feeling you might want to stay tuned, because I'm going to have to get the angle grinder out, cut a slot into the head of the screws with an angle grinder, and then use a flat-headed screwdriver, hopefully, to wind them out. I mean, I could try and heat them up with the soldering iron. Yeah, I don't think that's just going to lift off, is it? No, it is not. No, it is not. Wonderful. Wonderful. Matt, yes, it is cold and the ground is still wet, so soft underfoot, yeah. Hamish, hacksaw does the job, Craig. Well, a hacksaw would do the job, mate, but it is those screws that are flat to the bottom of the chassis. Those 4 just around that spur gear. So I ain't getting a hacksaw to them because it's completely flat. But I will get the angle grinder on the chassis, so we're going to see some sparks. That's for sure. But it is a bit annoying that again things have rounded. It might be my own fault. It is because I put Loctite on everything. I'm not shy with the Loctite, but now when I come to get things out, it doesn't do me any favours. I mean, I have got a soldering iron. I could apply a bit of heat. Would that be a sensible thing to do first? If I get the soldering iron and put a bit of heat on there, do we think that's going to do anything? Is it a case of, because I'm live on the internet, I should lead by example and try and do the right thing? Or do I just go straight in with the big boy toys, get the angle grinder out and just cut slots into this? I'm not worried about a couple of scratches, look at it. I'm not worried about scratches at all. If you're changing the diff internals, have you considered heat treating the new gears before fitting? I haven't considered heat treating them, but the gears inside aren't bad at all. They're not broken. It's not slipping or anything. It is just that I think there's either no oil in it or the oil's cooked, one or the other. Hamish Arcade Dude, Matt, bang a Torx bit in there. I could try that as well. I could bang a Torx bit in there. I've got some decent Torx bits. And a hammer, of course. Of course I've got a hammer. So we can try and turn that on. I don't know if this is going to work. But this is what people always tell me. They have good luck with heating them up to get them out. Whereas I don't really try this very often. Normally, because I mean these are MIP bits as well, MIP bits, so these are good. It's not the bit that's an issue here. It is the head of these. Because I've probably filled it with Loctite because I don't want it to come out. But I have got these Torx bits. So yeah, if this doesn't work, I could hammer one of these in, and then when we've completely and utterly ruined it, I'll just get the angle grinder out. Angle grinder, big screwdriver. The one tool I do need to get is like a little blow lamp. Like I'm getting this out ready. I'm already convinced that this is going to be needed. Yeah, I'd like to get like a blowtorch. Just a small one, obviously. I don't want to set too many things on fire, but to have a little fire would be useful sometimes. Martin, I took my infraction out for a few runs this morning. I should have taken my Hebeo Hyper VS instead. Oh no, why? What happened to your infraction? I think, you know, if you're taking your infraction to the right place, that's infraction's a good car to take out. Just depends where you're taking it to and what you're doing with it. I mean, the Hebeo has come back undamaged, just dirty, and I noticed that a lot of my power was just being spun away from the front. Even on loose dirt, I would get it to turn, like tap the brakes and turn in, and it would slide. And then as I powered, because I like the back end to be a bit loose on power, and every time I powered, it just wanted to straighten up and spin the front wheels and understeer. And that's a bit boring for me. I know it's probably faster to drive like that, but I don't care about lap times and faster. I care about fun and bashing. Will it do a backflip? That's what I care about. And the answer is yes, the Hebeo will do a backflip. No grip, too cold. Ah, isn't that kind of half the fun with an infraction? To let it have no grip and slide around. This gripped up quite well today on the car park. I took it to the pump track for a bit, done some laps at the pump track, some nice jumps, couple of backflips out of the bowl there. But where the pump track is, wind blows across it, and oh my god, it was just cutting through me. My hands were freezing, so I was like, no, I've had enough. I will take it to a little corner of a car park by where I'd parked the car. No, that ain't going to turn. Yeah, I took it to a little car park, and that's where I noticed really that the front end was just spinning away a lot of its power. Shall we, for science, try and hammer in a Torx bit like Matt suggested, and then if that doesn't work, I'll play with the grinder. So that one's a bit loose, it sort of goes in. Does it go into a non-rounded one? Yeah, so that one's too loose. So the next size up is this one, a T15. Hammer it in. Let's get the hammer out. Try a bit of hammering. Where's my good hammer? I say good. My better hammer. I'm going to want somewhere to put that now, aren't I? Because it's hot. If you've not been here from the beginning, you wouldn't believe that I actually tidied this bench before starting. And I've only been going, what, a few minutes, and now it's just full of stuff. Is that in your way? I'm sorry if it is, but I need to let it cool down and then I'll just put it away. And we'll just go with the grinder. Right, let's try a bit of hammering then. Well, a load of dirt's coming out. I mean, it's half the job, isn't it? Shall we see? It's hammered in. That's to tighten. That's to loosen. It's lefty loosey, righty tighty. Nope. Chewed up the head again. Angle grinder time. Right, I'll do angle grinding, you watch for fires. Because the sparks go everywhere now. I was hoping this was going to be a relatively quick live stream. Straight in, diff out, brush it down, drink a cup of tea, say see you later. It's looking like this is going to battle me now. I am hoping that I can get this out even with a screwdriver, because they really are quite tight now. Matt 110 WB early 50s tow truck on wheel spin models could make a tow meter. Really? What, a 1/10 scale? I can make a tow meter for my X-Max. Martin, you know it's not good when the hammer comes out, mate. Well, it's got even worse now. If the hammer's not good, what does this tell you? Now, what I'm concerned about is the sparks are going to go this way. There's a lipo there, so I'll move that. We'll put that over there. But more importantly than that, my tea's here. And I don't want metal sparky bits in my tea. So let's move these over here. And I'll have to pick them up in a minute. Right. Let's get the grinder fired up. Oh my god, now the grinder is coming out. Yep, this is happening. This is happening. Oh, the wheelbase is 9.8. Okay. 9.8. I will get a tape measure and measure the X-Max in a minute. Are we ready? Is this on? Yeah. Right, are we all ready for this? Okay, does that fit? It does, right. Is this going to work? If this doesn't work, I don't know what to do then. I'm going to be a bit stuck. Yes, that was the click I needed. Happy face, yes. Yes. Right. Well, I suppose I'm going to have to do that on all of them now, aren't I? Yes. That's it. Show the love. Because I bet you... Did you see the spark off that then? Oh, that one turned. That's good. Did that one turn? Yeah, that one turned as well. And that one didn't. And they are cleared out as well. I don't know if you saw me do it earlier, but I did. I tried to dig all the crap out of them with a smaller bit before trying this. Yeah, that head's gone, so I'm going to have to go again. So 2 of them I've had to grind out, and 2 of them have managed to turn with the bit. Let's go again. Watch for fires. Okay. Benjamin Nixon, next Kevin Talbot right here. I don't know whether that's a compliment or not. Well, it might need a bit more of a cut in it. I don't know. But yeah, cheers Benjamin. I mean, if you like what you see, definitely subscribe if you're not. Yeah, this one feels a bit tighter. Can we get it though? Can we get it? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. God, they are tight. Do you know what I think? I've probably gone a bit mad with the Loctite when I was putting these in. Yeah, they were never going to come out accidentally, were they? Benjamin, already subbed. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. Yeah, the channel actually is, I think, just over a year old now. Well, no, the channel itself has been on for years. It was a channel I started a long time ago, just to put little family videos on and not do like YouTube videos. But it was a year ago. I think it was on the 8th or the 9th of February last year. I decided, oh, do you know what? I'm actually going to film when I go out with the cars. I'm going to edit some videos and I'm going to start doing YouTube stuff just for a bit of fun, see what it's like, see if I enjoy it. And yeah, so you lot have came along with me. So that was a year ago, almost to the day. I think we're, what, no, it's the 13th, isn't it, today? So you've all watched the channel grow over the last year. And, I mean, maybe it'd be nice to think that one day I'll get to 1,000 subs. and that was always my target. To, you know, if I could get to 1,000 subs, I'd be happy. And the fact that I'm on 800 and whatever, awesome. I do appreciate everybody that watches. Let's take them out. Right, why isn't that one coming out? It's turning. Right, I think it's turning the whole thing inside. Benjamin, I think you've a really good chance at getting big. Well, I mean, getting big is one thing. I mean, thank you, obviously, thank you very much for the compliment there. It's nice, but I mean, what do you call big? Because to me, when I started, if somebody had said to me, in a year you'll have 800 subscribers, I'd be like, no, I won't. No, I won't. People won't subscribe to watch me do this and go and batter my cars. I didn't think people would. I was doing it actually more for me. It's a mental health thing for me to do. Because a year ago I was I had an injury, let's say. I used to be a carpenter. I was out every single day at work on building sites at a farm, and I would build log cabins and all kinds of stuff, houses, loads of stuff, and I loved building. I loved my job, and I had a back injury, and that's completely put me out of work now. I can't walk very far, and walking causes me pain and all that. So I thought, well, I'm not going to sit at home and do nothing. I can't do that. So that's why the channel started. More so to give me something to do, to give me a focus, to give me, you know, I can go out with the cars for a couple of hours, film, and then come home, and I can sit then comfortably and edit for 10 hours, and that, it just keeps your brain busy. And I think you have to stay mentally busy. Let's get this out of the way. And I do think it was a good thing for me to do, to start the channel, because it has kept me busy, and I'm sure my wife would agree that it's been a good thing for me. Otherwise I would have been sat upstairs in the house moping around, and she probably would have told me to F off out of the way. So now I've got this, and I can come down and do things like this. And of course now I've discovered, well, I'll just put live stream on. If I'm here working anyway, I may as well put the live on, and if people want to join, they're more than welcome to join in. We can chat about RCs, or what dog you've got, or how your day was at work. I'm open to have a nice chat with anybody. But of course, I do love RCs, because it is what started the channel. Right, how am I going to get this out now then? I think when I'm turning these on the bottom, something is turning. Yeah, okay. Does it turn the whole thing? Let me put that in there, and I'll be able to have a feel. I think these pins, bars, whatever they are, that go through, yes. So as I'm turning the screw on the bottom, I don't know if you can see, this screw here, that one there, as I turn this on the bottom, that one turns. You see it moving? So that's a straight through bar, like a threaded bar that holds in either way. So I'm going to have to maybe put this screw in the top, and then take the one out the bottom. We'll try that. You can tell I've not had this apart much, can you? If this was the X-Max or the Max, it'd just be, I'd take this apart without thinking. But this, I sort of put this together last year and I've just ran it. I've never really had any problems with this. Not that it's a problem now, I just realised that this centre diff's a bit loose. And it could probably do with a refresh of oil. So let's plug that in there. Yeah. Benjamin, good to have a hobby as well. I'm a mechanic myself and I also suffered an injury from my work. Long story short, I got into RC crawling and absolutely loved it. Great community, great people. It is, mate, it really is. It's an awesome community to be in. And now I've got time. I can really enjoy the hobby. I can really enjoy my family. And I go out. My mission is, as the channel grows, I want to travel round to all different clubs and meets. So, you know, I've been to the Midlands, I've been down South Wales. I go a few different places to meet a few different groups and gatherings. Just to get out, meet people, try and grow the RC hobby a bit, especially in the UK, because it's not massive, is it, in the UK? And there's a lot of places that they frown upon it if we get massive trucks out. Whereas, you know, over in America, they've got awesome places to go run and big groups that they all go out in. So it'd be nice to expand the hobby. You know, it's difficult. You know, when we go out, you'll have it yourself. When you go out, kids will see them. Oh, can I have a go? And you're like, oh. You know, they're expensive and they're fast and you can hurt someone if you don't know what you're doing with them. A lot of the time, I let the little kids drive this. I'll take this out, like if I'm out with the X-Max or the Max doing stunts and all crazy things, and they're like, oh, can I have a go? I say, I can't let you use the X-Max because if you crash it into somebody's dog, you're going to kill it. But you can use this, and I stick a little 2S pack in this, and I just give them the controller, and I'm like, there you go. And parents have been like, oh, you know, you don't have to do that. What if they break it? I'm like, if they break this, I'll be impressed. Because I've tried breaking this. It's a bloody good little car. Although I did break it because I put a huge 3S battery in it. I didn't really like 3S. So I mean, it still runs, but there's something not happy in there. But cheap as chips to replace anything on them. And quick on 3S as well. Really quick. Where are we? Matt, I love that you have the same attitude as me. Yeah, but I think it's the best attitude to have. It's the best way to be. He's honestly so relatable. Good. I'm glad people can relate. So many manufacturers not available in the UK. Yeah, I would like the Red Cat. Was it the Vigilante? Not the massive one, because I've got the X-Max. And I don't need a bigger car than an X-Max, or I don't need anything to compete with the X-Max, or maybe an XRT. But the smaller one, they do a Vigilante and something else Red Cat. The smaller, red-looking, like old-school, square-bodied truck. That thing looks ace. I would have one of them. Matt, HBX 16889. Yes, the A Pro version, so it's brushless, oil shocks, everything else. Rut Rider, all right, mate. Thank you for joining. Good afternoon to you. What you broke yet? First question everyone asks. What have you broke, Craig? Today, I have broken nothing. But, there's always a but with me. I've been out with the Hebeo, and I noticed that the centre diff's very loose, especially when I'm on like high grip surfaces. All the power goes to the front wheel's blue like pizza cutters. This one's gone a bit bald. So I just thought, simple little quick live, I'll jump on live, I'll stand and have a chat, we'll whip the centre diff out, First screw that I try and take out the bottom slipped. No coming out. I've obviously soaked them in too much Loctite. It didn't want to come, so I thought, ah. Second screw slipped. Oh my God, there's a pattern forming here. So I tried heating it up with a soldering iron. I tried hammering in a Torx bit. None of that worked, so I got the angle grinder out and I've cut 2 slots in the head of the screws. And there we go, one of them's out. The other one is turning, but I've figured out that it's on like a double threaded bar. So as I'm turning here now, it's just turning the other side. So I need to get that locked up and get that out. That is my mission. Matt, they're awesome. I beat mine to hell and back. Broke the rear body mount and that's it. Yeah, we have worn down the body mounts on that. They're gone. You can't put a body on it anymore. They're just like flat. I don't even take a body out with it. I just give it them like that. Strap a battery into it and like, there you go. Kill that. Yeah, you want to get people into the hobby, give them one of them. They're fast, they're fun, you can skate park them, they'll backflip, and they just don't break. You have to be really stupid to break one of them. I mean, I've tried, I do try. Rut Rider, oh no, the curse of chocolate screws. Happens to the best of them, yep, I'm afraid so. That's it. I've got the good bits, the MIP or MIP bits, whatever people call them. So yeah, these are great, no doubt. But now, your heads of your screws just round off. No matter, I have an angle grinder. What I don't have is tea. Let me get my tea back. I moved my tea so I didn't fill it with sparks. Let's put that back there. So we need to get the tea on the go. Yeah, so getting these out is where I'm at the minute. Attempting to get these out is where I'm at the minute. But it is just spinning. Spinning and spinning. What? Right, I think I need to hold it somehow at the bottom. I may need to put this back on. Should we try that? Why didn't nobody tell me? I may need to put that back on to hold the top, then take the screws out the bottom, then remove the whole unit maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I think the motor and everything has to be released, which isn't a problem. The motor and the spur gear all sit on one mount, so that's not too bad. Let's take that out if I can, I bet now. Oh yeah, now the one on the bottom wants to turn. I'll get the angle grinder on in a minute and just cut it out the chassis. Just cut a square hole in the chassis to bring the lot out. No, you don't have this trouble with wood screws. And people laugh at my wood screw fixes on the Max. You wait till I release the video. I've got a video coming out. I could release it today actually, it doesn't really matter. I've got it, it's ready to go. I take the Max to the skate park. Now, I don't know if you've seen my most recent short where I thought it would be a good idea to attempt to do what Thunder RC does. I wanted to try his legendary front flip to back flip. And I thought, well, what better car to try it with than a Max? So I take the Max to the skate park and I go for it. Absolutely no holding back. I send it over and over and over, trying to do the front flip to back flip that he does. And yeah, well, the video's coming out, you'll see. you'll see how that goes. Right. Am I going to be better just trying to get some pliers and holding that bit on the bottom? Because I've got some long nose pliers, I could probably just reach in there and grip them. So, Matt, I have snapped the screw that holds the wheels on. Oh no. Just took the hub off, screwed a longer one through and pushed the broken bit out, mate. Honestly, those little cars are so good. I tell people all the time how good they are, and I think they either think I'm lying or that I've lost the plot. Yes, I'm winning though. I'm winning with this. And I'm like, nah, honestly, they're really good. They are really good. And I know people worry about, oh, but you can't get spares. Well, you can, because they are just a FTX tracer, and they sell those in the UK. So I get spares for mine from Model Sport or from Wheelspin. I think they're fantastic little cars to get into the hobby. That was what I bought Lenny. That was what I bought my son. That was his first brushless powered RC car. And he still loves it to this day. If we're going somewhere, the whole family, the car's full, or you know, we can't take a load of RC cars, he'll say, can we take the HBX? And I'm like, yeah, take that. And we just run it anywhere. And it's waterproof. I don't know if you know, but we accidentally, for science, tested it, and it has been fully submerged. It did stop, it cut out and stopped working, but it dried out and then carried on working. So, I don't know, waterproof or water resistant, it survived water. So yeah, don't worry about if they get a little bit wet. They will take it. Let's pinch that one back in. Now, this one, yeah. Okay, so note to self. When doing the centre diff, take the screws out the bottom before you take the ones off the top. It's the reverse to an armour. Because of course with the armour you just go in from the top, and with the Corrali actually. Just go straight in from the top. But not with Hubeo, it is all one solid unit that needs doing. Robbie Bain, how's tricks, Craig? Alright, Robbie, how you doing, mate? I hope you are well. Thank you for joining. Tricks are good, mate. I've been out with the Hubeo. The Hubeo's had an awesome little rip today. Very impressed with it. But I did notice that all of my power wheel spins away at the front now. So, just a case of centre diff out. Put some, well, I've only got 500, so it's having 500 in it. 500,000 weight, that is 500k. And then put it all back together. But while it's apart, in bits, I will possibly give it a bit of a clean as well, because as you saw before, it was very clean, but it has been out for a play. So now it is not very dirty, but it's a shame to leave it dirty, I suppose. Centre diff. Yeah, there's like nothing in it, it's loose. Okay, there we go. So let's move this out of the way, like so. Move it up there a bit. Make a little cleanish area to open the diff up, see what's going on. Robbie, I'm all good, mate. Good. Have you been out with any of your cars, Robbie? Oh, how's your little Relalo, whatever it's called, the little Relalo speed thing that you've got? How's that, mate? Is that a good little thing? Because I really like the look of them. I've saw your TikToks of it. Or Instagrams. No, TikTok, isn't it? I've seen it. They do look very good. Zach, morning from the US. What car are you working on? That was, well, it still is, but it's now just on the floor. It is a Hebeo SSTE. And all I'm doing is, it's dirty this. All I'm doing is putting a bit more oil in this centre diff. Because I had it out today just for a play. I've not done a video or anything like that. I literally just went out to play. But I noticed that a lot of my power is just spinning at the front. And I like to have power going to the back when the car gets loose, because I like to be able to power it and get the arse end out and slide it. Which I know is not a racer way, but I don't do racing, I just do bashing. So that's what I want to do. Just thicken that up, then put it all back together. But while the centre diff and all the motor and everything's out, I'll give it a bit of a clean, take the wheels off it and sort it out. How are you, Zach, anyway? What part of the US are you from? Thank you for joining. You are normally, the US is sort of middle of the US from here is about 6 hours behind us. So what are you there, like 8 in the morning-ish? Robbie, started with 250 in mine, now running 100 in the centre. Really? Robbie, nippy little thing. Fun with a few of them. Yeah, we'll have to get some. We'll have to get like a smaller scale on-road race going on. You've got the perfect place down by you, Robbie, where we could set up like an on-road race day. That'd be ace. I'd like that. A nice on-road race day would be awesome. Jimmy Smith. Just got the son of a digger, son of a grave digger. What do you think? Any good? Mate, the son of a grave digger's a race. Which one have you got? There's like a Traxxas one, isn't there? I don't know if they do a son of a digger. Or is it the lossy one, the LMT? I like them. I think they look amazing. I am a monster truck fan. I've got that flag there is from Monster Jam. I don't know if you can see it, but I took my kids to see Monster Jam here in the UK, and they are hooked from the first time of being there. They absolutely loved it. I've got a Gravedigger body that I adapted to go on a V1 Max. So there is, yeah, I think there is a really old short on my channel with this on the V1 Max. There's a couple of shorts actually with this on. Looks cool. It does look cool. I wouldn't go heavy bashing it, but it's had a bit of use. And it does look good when it's on the truck, but I do like the son of a diggers. They look, the paint job on them are ace. But yeah, if it's the LMT one, very good. Yes, mate. Going to sort one down there. Bit of road bashing, yeah. It is, yeah. The LMT, mate. Well done. Good truck. Is it the? Because they now do a mini LMT. And then the full-size LMT, don't they? I think both of them are very good. From videos that I've seen, both of the LMTs are really good. And I forget the channel name. He does like a load of shorts. I think he does longer videos as well. Is it like Big Murica or something? Where he makes them look like real monster trucks. But it is actually, that's an LMT that he uses in a lot of them. Yeah, the 1/10. Good man. Good man, good car. Zach, what recommendations do you have for diff fluid thickness? I'm semi-new to RC and have an armour felony. I'm trying to get a ton of power to the rear. You're in Texas. Oh, you're near Traxxas headquarters. Oh, nice, in Texas. Texas does appeal to me. I watch quite a few things on YouTube where they're based around Texas. I quite like that area. The majority of the power, yeah, as Ryder says there, a spool will give you then equal power to the front and to the rear. So you'll have no slip in between the front and the rear. Only if you've got a diff in the front or rear axle, so as long as they're not locked axles, you'll have a diff across the axle, but not front to rear. For me, I like it to have a little bit of slip, mainly because I do a lot of big air bashing. So when I'm landing, even if I'm not on power, but you've nailed the throttle to either level the truck out or to do a backflip, so you let go of the power, but the truck lands. If all the wheels are spinning really fast and there's nowhere for that sort of shock to go, it can damage your sort of driveline gears or differential gears. So I like to have the centre diff almost locked, but not quite. I mean, you could do what Mr. Talbot does, and he puts silicone earplugs in, these things. So I have got some, because I did try this. And this will, you put like one of these in your diff, or half of one, depending on the size. And it's just like a silicone gooey paste. So it almost locks it, but under severe torque or impact, the gears will allow a little bit of movement before they snap a tooth. In this case, because it's more of a racing truggy, I'm probably going to put some of this 500k in, which will allow me then to hold these, and it will allow me to turn it, but it won't be as easy as this, because at the minute, look, this is, it's like there's nothing in there. I can just spin it. But if you want more power to the rear, more chance of wheelies and things like that, yeah, either spool it or almost lock your centre diff. That would be my advice. But as for what weight, it varies so much on trucks. I think, I mean, don't quote me on it, but I believe that lighter trucks would generally use a lighter fluid, purely down to just the weight that they're moving. But for me, on a lot of my stuff, my bashers definitely are pretty much locked. I think my X-Max, I've not filled the diff with them. I think I put one of those in and then filled the rest with 500,000 weight. And that now has got my X-Max perfect, where I can blip the throttle and it'll wheelie. But then as I'm riding that wheelie, if I keep applying the power, you will start to see the front wheels spin quicker, but you can just ride it on the back wheels as long as you want. But then you can plant the front wheels into the ground and still turn the back wheels, so the diff is still doing its job. Because when I got the X-Max, I had no end of trouble with it, because I got it used. It was in a trade when I got my X-Max, but it did give me a lot of problems, and the diff being, the centre diff being completely locked up, I believe was one of my issues. I believe so anyway. So Rider says spool instead of rear diff. It will make it easier to kick the back out. Yes, so if you're going to get into like drifting, if you want it to act like a drift car, they just lock the rear axle. Even on a full-size sort of proper drift car, they will weld the rear diff. So that does encourage then oversteer, so you have a loose back end. Glenn Curtis. Hello, Glenn. Welcome. What are you saying? Hi, I've just bought a Hyper SSTE. That's what this is. Well, no, this is a diff from the SSTE. This is the SSTE, but we're going to get this back up in a minute. Yeah, they are fantastic truggies, fantastic. I've done a video on my channel not long ago, so make sure you can look back on that. sort of asking the question, can you buy a better truggy for less money? And here in the UK, I don't think you can. I don't think you can get better than an SSTE for the same money that it costs here in the UK. There's not much that competes with it. Maybe some of the Team Corrali stuff might be close, but I don't think it quite does it. Zach, okay, I'll have a look into that. I shouldn't have to worry too much shock-wise, as it's just an armour infraction without the handbrake, yeah? Yeah, so you're not doing big air with a armour felony or an infraction, are you? So you shouldn't have a worry. There we go, diff open. And as I suspected, there is oil in here, but not a lot. I don't know where it's gone, but it ain't in here anymore. Robbie, SSTE, great cars. Yes, they are, Robbie. Robbie knows. It was Robbie that had one, and Chris with a C had one. And I saw how much fun they were having, and I thought, do you know what, I need to get myself one of them too. So I thought it'd be a little bit different. And I got the cage one to start with, but it basically turned into an SSTE. J Drums, hi mate, welcome. Been researching diff weight, and you're the first person who said the weight is tied to the weight of the truck. Don't know why that didn't intuitively make sense to me, but after hearing it, it's obvious. Mate, don't quote me on it, that's just what I think. I am no expert, I don't do racing, I've never done racing. It's just from what I've noticed. I think lighter trucks don't need so much resistance in the diff because they're lighter. There's less weight transfer and everything. That's only my thoughts. You might chat to a racer and they'll say, he's full of crap, don't listen to him. Fine. I could be wrong. That is just what I think. But I mean, it makes sense to me. I think it makes sense. Glenn, great truggy. Yes, I saw it. It was a great video, buddy. Nice one, thank you. Bought an Omni Terminator. Got me into the hobby for cheap. Been enjoying tinkering. Love it, mate. Those Omni Terminators look amazing. They really do. I am half tempted to get one as just like a skate park basher. Just so the X-Max takes less abuse, maybe. I can take the Omni Terminator instead. But yeah, tinkering is brilliant. I love it. You know, I love going out and driving the cars and jumping and, you know, meeting up with all the mates and different clubs and that. That is ace. But I also love this. I love just being in the garage, cup of tea, bit of tinkering, mess with things, clean stuff. I'm still just waiting on that coming down. It's a bit thick, that is. I think it's slightly thinner than an earplug, but probably not much thinner. Rut Rider. Would you pick the SSTE truck or the cage version as a fun chuck around thing, Craig? Well, it's a tricky one for me because I love the cage. I think the cage looks amazing. I think, to be honest, the cage I think looks better because it looks like a small sort of Baja truck, and I like that. For me, I like that. It does fill up with dirt everywhere you go. Dirt, grass, sand, mud, everything is just all inside the truck and you can't help it. The other thing is, with the cage does provide like a tower-to-tower brace, which the SSTE doesn't have. But the cage doesn't have the tower-to-chassis braces. So the chassis itself is quite flexy. And if like you jump and there's the chassis and you land on a berm or an edge, you can bend the chassis. I did bend the chassis. I think, honestly, I think the SSTE is probably a better truck. and I do believe that you can get the Armour Creighton 6S tower-to-tower brace and sort of retrofit it to your SSTE, which I do intend on doing, so that hopefully is going to come up soon, and I am going to do that. And then, yeah, no doubt, the SSTE version is better, but for looks and for cool sort of rareness, I don't think you can beat the cage. It's what my logo is based on. That truck in my logo is my cage. When I drew it all up, that's what I wanted it to be, and then I sent it off and said I would like the car in my logo to be this. I just think they're cool looking, but for strength and reliability, it's got to be the SSTE, I suppose. It's got to be. Yeah. And I don't think you need to go mad on upgrades with it. I haven't. Mine's bone stock pretty much. Apart from the electrics. Mine was a rolling chassis, but car-wise, I haven't upgraded nothing. It is a bone stock SSTE. And I'm not gentle with it. I do bash it. I do bash it. I saw yours started off as a caged buggy. Yeah, it did, mate. It did. It's my fault, Craig converted. Yes, it is Robbie's fault. I blame Robbie. But no, I thank Robbie. I have still got the caged chassis here. But when you do come to changing from the cage to the SSTE, you need new centre drive shafts. Because the SSTE has all of its internals, the centre diff and everything else, it sits much closer to the front of the car. Whereas in the SSTE, it's more in the SSTE, in the cage, sorry, it's more in the middle of the truck. But yeah, in the SSTE, it's much further forward. So you just need new drive shafts, and I think that's it. Oh, and the chassis braces, the chassis. I think that's about it. That's about all you need to do the change. And the little bunny ears things, dust mud guards. We call them bunny ears because we don't know the proper word for them. These things, you need them. But no, I think the SSTE is a very good choice. Very good indeed. Zach, how come you chose that car over a Armour Typhon? Well, because I wanted a truggy. The Armour Typhon is more expensive. It's a 1/8 scale buggy, not a truggy. And I wanted a truggy. I do have an Armour though. I've got the Armour Italian XL. So they're very good. The Typhons are good. I've been out with a few people that have got the Typhon TLRs, and my God, they send them. I've seen them things go to a skate park and be launched out of quarter pipes or whatever they're called, vert ramps that take you onto grass. So they will do it. But yeah, I wanted a truggy. I've got a buggy. Well, I've got a Hebeo Hyper 7 Nitro, but it just doesn't get used. It's actually in that box under the table, in bits. It just doesn't get used. I used to have a load of Nitros. Everything's gone electric. It's just easier and faster and cleaner, and you end up with less blisters. Glenn, keep up the awesome videos and enjoyable watch. Thank you very much, Glenn. Much appreciated. I do appreciate that. Rider, interesting info about the way the cage fits. Thanks. I want something newer and much faster. Much faster. That is a bit like an old Tamiya buggy, but goes on. Yeah, well, these are good. I mean, you will have seen there's videos on the channel of me taking this out, and I do batter it. If you could fit this onto the SSTE, you've got the best of both worlds then. I mean, technically you could. Shall we have a look? I don't see why you couldn't. You only need the front mounting plate, which I took off. But yeah, you only need that, and then there's a metal bar that attaches to the rear tower, like an L-shaped bar that sits in and just screws onto. So you'd have the best of both worlds then. I think the tower to chassis braces are very important, because if you don't have them, your chassis will flex. Don't let me forget this. If you're still here watching when I put all this back together, don't let me put the centre diff back in and not put the drive shafts in. I've done that before. It's not fun. It might be funny to watch, but it's not fun for me. Yeah, in fact, do you know what? There is still the mounting plate there. So you could technically mount that onto there. What's it fouling on? It's fouling on the receiver box slightly. There you go. So you could refit the plate on the back, and you can actually have an SSTE, so it's got the internal bracing from tower to chassis and sits with the cage on top. I might do it. I might do it for a couple of videos. I might put this together so it runs as a cage but with the bracing. So that means what you'd need to do is you'd have to buy the SSTE, so it comes with everything you need, and then you'd need to buy the cage and a little L-shaped bar that fits onto the rear diff case. I did have it in here. There it is. So that is the rear diff case. I had a spare one, so I'll just put a spare on. That's the rear diff case, and this metal bar just sits on the diff case. So I could take this metal bar off, fit it to that diff case, and then as the cage comes down, it just sits into there, and that's it. Fixed on at the front, 2 screws in the back to hold it, and then it just hinges up. And then these fix into upstands, but you wouldn't need them because you've got your chassis braces. I might do it. We'll clean it all up, and I might put it together and do a little video on the SSTE with a cage, because I do think the cage looks cool. I do agree. But you definitely don't want to use it in wet mud. Not unless you're prepared to totally wash your truck. Because yeah, ask me how I know. I've been there and done that. And it does fill with dirt. And then it makes it heavy, of course. Right, I think I need some more of this, but there's enough in there for now. What have I missed? Nice, excellent, mate. All useful knowledge. I don't know if it's knowledge, but it's my experience. I can only tell you what I've experienced with the trucks that I've got. And yeah, that's just my experience of it. I'm not the most clued up person, as I say, when it comes to what weight oils and all the rest of it. I do what feels right and then just run with it. Run with it, why not? Why not? It's only a bit of fun. Matt, nice. AJ is king. I got a question. One is for drag build with the Infraction 6S, and 2 power build with the Creighton 8S. Okay, well, fire away. I'm sure I will try and answer what I think, and then I'm sure people in the comments can tell you what they think. But yeah, go for it. A drag build with an infraction 6S. Right, what's your question on your infraction? Now, I don't know nothing about an infraction. Apart from it's a road car, it's 6S, they go really fast. And they look like a lot of fun. I think if I was going to go for a road car like that, it would have to be the infraction. I don't think there's nothing else. Nothing else that comes close to it. Oh, wonderful. I've not lined up the screw holes. There we go. I know we weren't far away. So there's one. Yeah, there's the other one. I do this just to clear out the gunk that might have fallen into them. And push something small into them and just clear them out. 3 and go 4. There we go. Let's get it put back together. Yeah, you'll see on this diff case there's like a groove that's been scratched in it all the way round. That was from when it was a cage and a stone got in. I was driving it round, I could hear this weird grinding noise, but I wasn't too concerned, so I just carried on. And then, yeah, realised it had been grinding a groove in my diff case. As I think if it was the SSTE, it does keep out a lot more stones with its mud guards and full body cover on it. Oh, it's a nice stage to be at now. I'm putting it back together. That's always a good stage. Shouldn't hopefully take too long. I do think I'm going to have to pour some tea. Because why not? Anyone else a tea fan? Just put in the comments, what do you prefer, tea or coffee? Tea or coffee? I know most people do like a poll, but I don't know how to do that yet. I'm sure there's a way, but I just don't look. What's your preference? Need some admin to do it, don't I? Putting a diff back together. Rut Rider, tea all the way, all day. Yes, tea at 420. Yes, I do like a bit of 420 myself. I used to be a big into the smoking. I'm not as much anymore, but I've got nothing against it. I'm quite happy to partake. If it's going on, I'm happy to take it or leave it, but yeah. If it's happening in a social environment, then yeah, why not? Get amongst it. Absolutely. Oh, it is nearly 420 as well. I see what you're getting at. I haven't got any. Otherwise we would all together. That's one way to definitely get your live stream removed, isn't it? Get the tray up like. Martin Prince, coffee. So tea's winning so far. Cool, rolling one right now. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's welcome here. It is definitely welcome here. Right. There we go. That feels better. So yeah, that's what I was getting at before, is before it was really loose and I could do that with like no resistance. Whereas now there is resistance there, but it still slips, which is good. Good. I think that's about perfect. Not that I know. Not that I know. Rut Rider. Oh, it seems I have found the right place. Yes, mate. You're very welcome. I would definitely partake a bit myself. I have to share. Shall I clean this up before putting it all back in? We should do a meet-up. Do a summertime meet-up bash. I mean, roughly, where is everyone from? Obviously, don't put your address in. But I'm sort of West Wales, I am. But I do travel to the Midlands a lot, and I do travel South Wales a lot. And I'm happy to travel anywhere. I'll quite happily travel 3 hours in the car to get somewhere. Have a cruise around, meet some other fellow bashers, go bashing. Let's build the community so we're not all just names on Facebook or names on YouTube. I think it'd be nice to arrange something. Matt Hirsch, your house is my house is our house. Nice. That's good. Same here, mate. Kettle's always on. North Dorset, Somerset borders. Yeah, far then. Holiday though, lovely down that way. We could have a holiday. Robbie will be doing 5 this year, mate. Yes, I know. Yeah, you will be down there. Yeah, definitely. But I know a lot of people, South Wales is far, isn't it, for them? Well, I'm happy to travel down there. I'm happy to do some at our track at the miners circuit. We do a camping weekend there. I say camping. I use that term quite loosely. It's very much what they call wild camping. It's private land. I sleep in my car because I'm too old and too fat and too disabled to lie on the floor in a tent. So I convert my car to like a mini camper van and I camp out in that all weekend. A beach bash as well. Have you not learnt from being on the beach, Robbie? Look at what happened last time you went on a beach. Yeah, I could be up for that. The beach is always good. Lenny lives at the beach, and whenever I go there, and we're like, should we go on the beach? And I'm like, oh, I don't really want to go on the beach. We play on the sand. It is loads of fun. And then I get home, look at the trucks and think, why did I do that? Why have I done this to myself? But it is fun. The beach is fun. I suppose I could bring a big ramp to the beach as well. We could do some huge air and land on the nice soft sand. One beach one as well. Cardiff is only an hour or so away. Oh, okay, Matt. So how far is Tenby from you? Would you travel up to Robbie's event at Tenby? We can all meet there. That'd be cool. It's fine if the sand's dry. It is fine if the sand's dry, as long as you stay on the dry bit. You're at the end of the M4. Which end? I use my car as a camper too. It's the best way. It is the best way. The fire team is for the beach. Yeah, yeah. Easier to take apart, I suppose. You know exactly what's going on with that, so you should be good. Let's not mess around. I've tried this cup so many different ways. And no matter what I do with that lid and try and pour it, it just goes everywhere. So I just sort of go like that now. Perfect. Didn't drop any. So I'll do this on the weekend one day with beers instead. Be a totally different live stream then. Cans of Stella lined up. I'll forget what I'm doing. Martin Prince, I would sleep in my car at 61. My camping days are over. Yeah, mate, I totally agree. We went last year and done camping at our track at what we call the miners circuit. We camped there. Some of the, I mean, fair play, the lads that turned up, they brought like a tent and tables, barbecues, generators. They were fully kitted out. And they're saying to me, oh, come on, Craig, you get in the tent with us. And I'm like, no. I've converted my car to a camper for the weekend. I'm not lying on the floor and then struggling to get up in a damp tent because, you know, it's Wales, it's going to rain. And yeah, I slept in the car with the window slightly open because it was a bit warm, and I could sit up and drink my tea and look out the window at the lovely countryside. They crawled out their tent in the morning like, oh, it's wet, my clothes are wet, because they'd rolled against the side of the tent, or like against the fabric. I was like, yep, I'm comfy, I'm warm, I'm dry. If it got cold, I'd just start the car and put the heaters on. So it all went well. But yeah, camping, definitely no. Sleep in the car, go outside and sort of spend the night, have a fire, a few beers, a barbecue. Well up for that. But yeah, I ain't getting in a tent. I am too old for that now. I still love going out. I don't like sleeping on the floor. Fire teams at the beach. Rut Rider, the proper end in Wales. Good. Oh, so you're much closer then. So technically then we're not, the people here, we're not too far from South Wales. I say not too far. It takes me the best part of 3 hours to get down there, but it's not too far in miles. It's just because there's no motorways from where I am to where that is. You're constantly on roads that do this, behind people that brake at every corner. About 3+ hours, yeah, okay. Depends how far you're willing to travel. But I will be, yeah, I'm hoping to travel around a bit and meet people, meet all different groups, go to different locations, because I watch people's, you know, YouTube videos and Facebook videos, and I watch what people get up to and the places they play, and I think, oh, that's really cool, I'd like to go and have a play there. Well, what's stopping me? Get in the car, go out for the day, go and meet these people and play with your car in places you want to play with your car. I think we should definitely do it. Definitely do it. The missus is going to raise an eyebrow when I tell her I want to spend the weekend sleeping in the car with my RCs. Yeah, my wife just sort of shakes her head now and says, yeah, whatever. She's got used to it. It's normal now. Says, well, no, I'm going on a camping weekend that weekend, so I'm taking all of the seats out the car, I'm converting the back of it, mattress goes in, all the RC cars then get strapped into the front seat. In fact, I don't know how I'm going to do that this year with an X-Max, but that'll just have to go on the bed. It'll just have to be clean, won't it? But yeah, it is quite funny. People do give you funny looks and you tell them, no, I'm going on an RC car camping weekend. And they're like, you're doing what? It's fun. It's fun. As my wife says, you know, I could be doing a lot worse. And she knows I'm just out playing with toy cars. Where's the problem? As long as you're happy. As long as you are happy. I go full on camping at Bashfest. Gazebo tent, generator. Yeah, mate, I should come to that. Even if I don't run cars, I might just come for the weekend and eat from people's barbecues and bring my own beer. Just go around saying hello to people. Why not? It does sound like a fun event. I remembered the drive shaft. Gotta get this one in as well. There we go. Oh, didn't put this on. Might need that. That could be quite a vital part to put on. Got a bit fiddly, this. I need like 3 hands, but there's no room to get 2 hands in. Okay. Winning, come on. Yes, yes. And yes. In? I think so. I think that's good. That all sits in, everything's in. All looks to be in place. That is good. Let's pop this top back on. Pop that back on, maybe. Yep, there we go. Lovely jubbly. That's all in. Okay. Defo, mate. Good content for the channel. Good promotion of the hobby. Yeah. Where is Bashfest this year? Good question. We have spoke about this in a different live stream that I am aware of, but I have a brain like a sieve and I can't remember. But yeah, definitely I need to get out to an event like that. I'll bring a few things, I suppose. Or is Bashfest only 1/5 scale? Or can you run like smaller stuff? Northampton, that's it. Northampton. Yeah, I'd come to that. I'd come camping. Just Lenny won't come with me. He hates camping. There's kids nowadays spoilt with modern things. Modern kids now have a meltdown if the internet goes off. Or if you haven't paid for Spotify Premium and you get adverts, that's my teenage daughter's one. She thinks the world's coming to an end if she gets adverts on Spotify. Anyone can run, but the majority is large-scale petrol. I haven't got a large-scale petrol. It is on my list. It is on my list to get a large-scale petrol. It was my plans for this year were 6S armour, check, got one of them, and a 2-stroke RC, and then maybe a drone for doing some cool shots with a drone and scouting out areas. So yeah, I just need to get myself a 2-stroker, and then I'll come ripping with that then. Making loads of noise and being antisocial. Get an Asbo car. Why not? Get an Asbo. That's typical. The one of only 2 weekends this year I'm away. Oh, gutted. Second one will be August bank holiday weekend, 22nd to 25th. You got a biggish nitro buggy. Close enough. Close enough. I mean, the biggest thing I've got is the X-Max, but they're not really 5th scale. I know people say, oh, an X-Max is 5th scale. I don't think it is. Not quite. It's large. The X-Max is large, no doubt. But not a 5th scale. I keep forgetting what screws there is. So I've got 3 longer ones, 2 shorter ones. Let's get that in. Right, do I put Loctite on these screws? Now remember, if you were here at the beginning when I was taking these out, Loctite caused me problems, but without Loctite, I think they're going to fall out. Oh. Maybe just a little bit of Loctite, maybe just not so much, yeah? Don't go mad, use it sparingly. Just a drop. Well, if all else fails, I've got the grinder, haven't I? That worked. It worked before, it will work again. Oh, have I got any Loctite? I have, yeah. Just a drop, he says, and then puts a massive blob on it. We'll share it with another one. We'll put that in there. Biggish nitro buggy. I run 1/8 nitro truggies. Awesome. Martin, what's your biggish nitro buggy? What is that? I'd be interested to know. I do miss the nitros when they're running. That's why I think I'm just going to get a 2-stroker. They're just easier to keep running. Matt, I've run 1/8 nitro truggies. Alright, yeah, what truggies do you have then? Other people have run 1/8 buggies too. The technical track tends to be for the majority, as most of the big powered boys play on the oval, yeah. And they have a crawler course there too. Yeah, I've not got a crawler anymore. I did have. I had the TRX6. I don't know if that qualifies as a crawler or a trail truck, but it was pretty capable. Too capable for me. That went. I actually swapped that for the X-Max, so happy days for me. An X-Max is better suited to me than a 6x6. I just had to experience the 6x6, the crawling thing. I did like it. It's very sort of therapeutic, I found, to go out with the crawlers. Matt Habeo, ST21 Hyper 7, 8-pop 21 and an ST6S conversion. Nice. They're a good selection. So say I've got an old Hyper 7. I daren't say it just doesn't run anymore and there's bits missing off it. It is in bits in that box. I'll dig it out one day and show everyone, but I think it's fair to say it's never going to run again as a nitro. But I could, I suppose, do a brushless conversion on it, do a brushless setup. I go through moments thinking, oh, I might quite like the short course truck. But I noticed today Habeo are releasing their 10th scale short course truck. They're releasing the 2.0 version of that. So I might be interested in one of them. Because the only short course truck I've got at the moment is a 2-wheel drive slash. Which is fun, but I think to have a 10th scale version of something like this in a short course truck would be ace. Okay. Oh, not okay. You know what I've done? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh, that's annoying. So, when I was putting the drive shafts back in, drive shaft? Yeah, mate, drive shaft. It's in there. It's in the centre diff. If you can see it there over the receiver box, it is in there. Connected to the centre differential. Do you know where it's not connected? At the other end where it goes into the front diff. That is annoying. It's chatting, that is, just waffling away, not thinking. Right, well, it's 5 screws to release that and poke that in. How many is it to just tilt the front forward? That's more hassle than it's worth. I could end up with more Loctited screws there, couldn't I? Let's just take these 5 back out. Oh, I was so close. Oh, fire and a miss. Musa, hi bro, hi mate, thank you for joining in. So far what you've missed is me taking the centre diff out of this, swearing at it because the screws just wanted to round off. I got the angle grinder on it to get the screws out. The centre diff's been out, we've serviced the centre diff. I've put it all back together and forgot to connect up the front drive shaft. So now I'm taking the centre diff back out again. How's your day, mate? How's your day, Musa? What have you been up to? Right, all you need is a mini blowtorch to warm the nitro head before you start it. Martin. I used to run my RC10 GT on the mountain in the snow. Nice. You're good? I'm good, mate. I am good. How is that locked up already? Literally just put it in. Nothing at work. Oh, well, thank you for joining me at work. Don't get into trouble. Or don't you getting in trouble on my watch. But thank you for joining in. I do appreciate it. What do you do for work? Anything exciting or nothing too exciting? Nah, you're not going to get in trouble? Nah, good. Good. Yeah, what do you do for work? Is it Amazon? Amazon driver or Amazon warehouse? Whoops. So that stupid plug heater I got with it is crap. Yeah, when they're cold, your packing boxes, that's cool, mate, it's cool. The job is a job. But yeah, don't get in trouble. We wouldn't want that. Right, both the drive shafts are definitely in where they need to be. I'm sure they were in before. Do you know what I think's happened? As I've tilted it up, it's probably slipped out and I've just not noticed, waffled on, and yeah, it's fell out. Must not let it fall out. Let's put one screw in and we'll check. Yeah, that makes perfect sense, Ryder. In cold conditions, the metal of the engine block and head dissipate the heat. Yeah, the glow plug can give you the rest of the heat. So the glow plug can give. So if you heat the head, the glow plug will light the fuel much easier. Yeah. Musa, I need my RC car. Yeah. Which could you use it at work? Indoor RC? Be fun, I suppose. Right, is that still in? Yes. What? Oh, it's rubbing on the battery box. I was thinking that didn't make the right noise, but yeah, it's because it's not quite in position yet. Right, we get that in. Right, that's them two in. It should now be pretty much locked into position. Drive shafts are all in where they should be this time, definitely. Yeah, I've not done the job right unless I've done it twice, have I, on this channel? I'm so good I do everything twice. I would rather just do it once, but hey ho. There we go. Okay. That's good. And yes, I know, before people tell me, why don't you just put different screws back in? These ones are fine. I just need a flat-headed screwdriver to take them out again. Why would I put a different screw in? Well, I've got one here that works. See? Keeps you interested, you just never know what tool you're going to need. Different tool for every screw. Right, that one's tight. That one's tight. That one's tight. That one's tight. And that one's tight. That should all be done. Should we put a battery in it and give it a little test before we go? What time is it? 10 to 3. Yes, I suppose I'll go and get the dog out before the kids come home. Get me digger dog out. Pull that up. Pull that up. We'll plonk that there. Put that like that. Take this like this, and that like that. Let's put it on a big tyre. That one. Turn this on. Turn this on. Lovely. All good. Beautiful stuff, that is. Beautiful. Yep. We'll unplug that, take that out. My drive shaft fell off. Oh, Moosey, your drive shaft fell off of your car? Of your RC car? Nitro in the snow is so much fun. It's the bit I enjoy most. because it's almost impossible to overheat once it's started. Yeah. And yeah, drive shafts are useful to rider. As I figured out that by not having them in here caused me a problem. Okay. So that is all done and back together. Yeah. Good stuff. I was going to do a bit of a clean on it as well, but I didn't expect to have to battle to get the centre diff out, so I won't keep you all here on live doing that. And I do need to take the dog out, and the kids are going to come home, and then my piece will be broken. I just thought, while I'm here doing this, I will try a sort of midday, mid-afternoon live stream and see how it goes. And yeah, you joined in, you saved my day, so thank you all for joining the live stream, because if nobody joined it'd be a bit quiet. So it's nice to see people in the comments, it's nice to see people come and watch and you all chat. I do very much appreciate it. And as I have got a Max video coming out, Traxxas Max, where I took it to the skate park, I sent it big, it crashed, it bashed, and it came back broken. Well, I didn't stop till it was broken, because it's a Max. That's the best thing to do. Who's Martin Prince? That fan is so loud. Yeah, it's quite a loud fan on them. That's just the standard fan from the Max 8 G2. Still the standard fan that works. So yeah, it's quite loud, but it's off now. There we go. Model Sport sold out of the SST cage truggies after the Tomley video. I bet they did. Matt Hurst, got a chip off anyways, catch you soon. Oh, and check out that body shell. I will. Matt, where is it? Where is your body shell? Is it Facebook or YouTube? I will check it out, definitely. But thank you for being in. Yeah, we're all off now anyway. We're all going to say bye. But yeah, if you're still there, Matt, quickly just let me know where it is and I'll have a look. It's on both. All right, mate, I'll check it out. Thank you. And thank you for staying. You've been awesome. I do enjoy the lives when people stay and we have a chat. It's really good. But I'm going to leave it there so you can all drop your likes and your love hearts and your smileys and whatever else it is you do. I'm not sure, but I do appreciate everything that I see pop up. Say goodbye to each other, wave hello, add each other on YouTube, Facebook. In fact, you can all join my community. There is a link in the description to this live stream to come to our Facebook group. Everyone is more than welcome to join the group. Come and say hello. And I will see you again soon. I am off. Thank you so much. Check out the video that I will release either later on tonight or tomorrow. And I will see you again soon. Thank you all. Ta-ra. Much respect. Thank you.